Welcome back, and today I'm going to show you why you could use a thermal imaging camera in your toolbox. Cue the intro. Welcome back to another video, and if you're here for an update on the big blue bad boy behind me here, don't worry, I'll be providing you one very soon, but it is a giant paperweight right now. So what I'm going to show you today instead is one of these from TOPDON. This is a TOPDON TC002C dual thermal camera for smartphones, and you can attach this to your iPhone or your Android phone, and it will give you a thermal view of your components in your vehicle. And the Mustang previously used to have a small coolant leak at the radiator. I think it's still possibly there, but I'm going to try and use this to see if we can have a look at that and see if it will bring up any hot spots that are coming out the front and be able to detect where the leak is coming from. But you can also use these for various things, like checking leaks in your tyres, because the cold air will show through as a blue spot. And you can also use it for checking batteries, electrical components, heated seats, heated rear windscreens, see what filaments aren't working properly. Various bits and pieces in a car. There's a lot of stuff in a car that will produce heat. So you can use these to pinpoint where an issue possibly lies. And you can even use them for diagnosing electrical circuit boards, which, if you've been keeping up to date on this bad boy here, you'll know I've had a significant problem with one of mine. Anyway, let's unbox this and have a look at it. Okay, so it comes in a nice, neat package, little cool box. And we slide open like so. TOPDON, very good brand. They do good diagnostics, OBD2 readers as well, and they do good battery chargers and battery testers. So I've had quite a few things from TOPDON in the past, and this is the latest one, but I really do like them. Oh yes, look at this, comes in a nice, neat little case. Like so. Love these little cases. And look at the size of it, it's pretty small. So it says, scan here to request support. Hopefully we don't need that. And the actual unit itself is a USB-C plug-in to the bottom of your phone. So I'm assuming your phone will have that. I think mine does, the iPhone 15 I'm on just now. And this comes with, I'm assuming, a extender cable or a charging cable, one of the two. Don't know if you need to charge it yet. A nice little cloth to make sure the lens is clean. And what's this? Oh, this looks like adapters. USB-C adapters possibly. Extenders maybe, depending on the type of phone you've got. So of course I will read the instructions before we start, just to make sure I haven't done anything stupid. And here we go here. I'll let you read them as well. Operating instructions. Download the Top Infrared app from your preferred app store. Then install it on your phone. Alternatively, you can go to the website and TOPDON and download it itself. Launch it. Connect the camera to your phone via the USB-C connector or by using the supplied multifunctional adapter cables that I just showed you. So depending on your phone type, you may have to use an adapter. So I think that's it. That's all you need to do. So we'll download the Top Infrared app on the phone. Right, so there we have it. Top Infrared thermal camera for iOS devices from TOPDON. And that is my camera, so we'll download that. Right, so that's installed now. So it says open this up. And it's asking me to connect the device, which I will very kindly do here. Hopefully I won't need an extender. There we go. Oh, wow, cool. Wired device online, it's doing a little clicky thing. To ensure accurate temperature measurement, set relevant parameters before temperature measurement, right? Temperature. After installing device, tap thermal imaging for temperature measurement. Got it. AI detection is now live. Try it now. Wow. Okay, we're flipped. We're flipped. So when I hooked it up, I had the camera facing this way, which is pretty stupid. So I shall face it that way. Wow. Check it out, eh? Woo! So as you can see on my seat there, it's registering at 20.1 degrees Celsius, and the floor or the side of the car is 15.6 degrees Celsius. Right, that could not have been easier to set up. It literally took me the time live it took me in the phone there. So let's have a look at other stuff, right? So the car is measuring 20 degrees. If I go up to this light here, what have we got there? 31.1, 32, it's gone up a wee bit. Pretty much moving as I move the phone around, it's pretty fast. And if I look at the car battery down here, what's that saying? Ah, look, we have a hot spot on the terminal there, which is registering 21.5. And that one's registering 16.5. Got disconnected just now, obviously. But this car's obviously been sitting for a good few days now with nothing happening to it. I'm just showing you what the camera can do without any components being on. So at the moment the engine is showing 20 degrees as well. It's all room temperature stuff, this. But it is pretty cool. There's my missing ECU. If you're watching the Jag, that's the part that's away just now. I'll give you an update in the next video. But what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to start up the Mustang and go outside and see if we can pick up any coolant leaks. What we got over here that's warm? We've got our Mustang sign. What's the temperature of that? 31.7. And then I'm charging this light just now and it's sitting at 40 degrees for the plug socket. So pretty good camera. And let's go outside and we'll see how it looks on a fully operating vehicle. By the way, forgot to say, you can actually video or just take a picture of your thermal image once you've done it, just to remind yourself where your fault potentially lies. But it is pretty cool. It's very high quality as well. It wasn't, you know, they're not cheap, but they're not super expensive either. So I'll leave the link in the description if you want to get one for yourself. Alright, so I'm just going to wander around the engine bay of the Ford Mustang here. And as you can see, the engine's just started up not too long ago. And if I zoom in on the exhaust manifold, it's registering 157.5 degrees C's. That'll get hotter. If I go around to the front of the engine and look at the pulleys and the coolant hoses, they're registering about 32 degrees just now. So these will get a lot hotter. But if you've got a problem, maybe a thermostat issue, and you can't see any coolant coming through, or you can't determine if any coolant's coming through the hoses, you can use this to check if it's flowing once the thermostat opens, which is a pretty handy thing. And going around the rest of the engine bay, although stuff looks like bright orange at the moment, pay attention to the temperature readings here because they might not be as hot as you think. And if I go underneath the car and look at the front of the grille, I used to have a coolant leak from about where that 24.4 is now, and there was nothing dripping under the car now. Now, looking at the back windscreen, I've turned the heated element on for the back windscreen. You can see the filament starting to heat up there, so if you had a break in one of these, this would help find it for you. It's pretty cool to be able to see that. Back to the engine bay, we've heated up a little bit more now. You can see some of the coolant pipes are starting to glow a bit orange. Thermostat might be open now. It's up at 48.8 degrees. See, that'll get hotter. Coolant tank will get hotter as the car goes. I used to have a leak from that T-joint as well, which you can easily see with your eyes, but this helps you determine if the pipes were further down in the engine, you can't quite see them. If you've maybe got a drip coming from somewhere. The numbers have just flipped because I turned my phone vertical, so you can, if you turn it horizontal, the numbers flip back round again like they just did. But it's pretty cool to see all this. Down to the front of the car again, just to see if I've got any coolant leaks coming out. I don't have anything. You'll be able to see a temperature spike in the radiator, or see it even coming down as orange drips, make it easier to see. So it's pretty cool. And then if you had a leak in your tyre somewhere, it would show up as a blue cold spot with the air hissing out. So I had one a few weeks ago that I could have used this for to find it, but finding it with the naked eye is sometimes quite difficult. And going into your car, you know, if you've got a big kind of screen like me, it's going to show up like that. But it's just pretty cool to see all this in case there's any wires or any heat coming out that shouldn't be. I suppose you could try and measure your air conditioning with it as well. See if the temperature was down far enough for the AC coming out. So there we have it. And also, what I didn't mention in that little film there is you could use this to check for parasitic drain. So if your car's switched off and you put it over and above a fuse box, and if any fuses are still producing heat or any relays are still producing a bit of heat, that could possibly be your source of your parasitic drains. So you've seen me doing about 5 cars with parasitic drains in this channel. I've never had the option of using one of these, but the next time I shall. So there we have it. Pretty neat little device. And I shall leave a link in the description below so you can have a look at one and see if you want one for yourself. But very handy, and I think I'll be using this in the future, particularly if I've got a parasitic draw, but also for coolant leaks. And I'm also going to use it on this Jag when we finally get the engine and the car back up and running, and I'll just make sure everything's hunky-dory in terms of coolant and all the rest of it. And I'm looking forward to getting this bad boy back on the road because I'm really missing the V8. Anyway, TOPDON thermal imaging camera. Really good bit of kit. So there we go. Please hit like, hit subscribe, comment below, and we will catch you in the next video. Thank you once again for watching, and goodbye. Bye bye.